Well, the Wisconsin Badgers drop a 38-21 game here at the Coliseum. Their first game of the Big Ten schedule. It ends up being a loss, and they're now down two straight here at a 2-2 record through 5 weeks of the year. Let's break this one down. First half was pretty much what Wisconsin had hoped for throughout the season. The offense was churning. You had a 63-yard touchdown pass to Vinny Anthony on the first drive, where Braden Locke just fired it in. It was man coverage all the way, stutter and go. An easy touchdown. That was something we were looking for. Wisconsin, they've been facing a lot of man coverage on the outside without safety help, and they took advantage of that. A couple of explosive plays here to start the game. Vinny Anthony caught one. Bryson Green had a 35-yard pass. You saw the offense kind of start to get into gear. Of course, they were helped by a little bit of issues that USC had. A muffed punt early in the first half. That led to a Wisconsin touchdown, and they ended up scoring 21 points in the first half, easily their most of the year, and they were up 21-10 when it came to halftime. The defense definitely had some adversity to face. USC is a good offense, and they had a couple of third downs where USC was able to convert, but ultimately only holds USC to 10 points there in the first half, and Wisconsin started the second half with the ball. However, that's where things kind of go downhill for the Badgers. They punt on the early drive. They force they punt. USC doesn't get much traction, and then Wisconsin on the punt return on that second, after that second drive, ends up having a punt muffed by Tyrell Henry. USC is able to capitalize. They score a touchdown. And Wisconsin, they're still up, right? 21-10 goes to 21-17. They've got a chance to now respond. They're driving down the field, get a 4th-and-1 situation at USC's 33-yard line, and guess what? Badgers do what they've kind of done a little bit that we've seen over the last few years. They run out of shotgun here on 4th-and-1, and running out of shotgun just, it wasn't the case there. The backside ends crash, able to easily get to Tyree Walker before he's able to get across, the yard to gain, and that ends up being a turnover on downs. Then USC, they capitalize again, on the mistake. They're driving down the field, able to convert a couple of third downs, and they end up scoring a touchdown. That touchdown turned it to 24-21 in favor of USC. It's an unfortunate situation there. The Badgers, just the mistakes compounding on them. They're not able to kind of end up capitalizing, and then USC capitalized on their mistakes. Wisconsin really couldn't get much going elsewhere offensively. A couple of punts in the second half, the turnover on downs, and then to seal the game, Braden Locke had a 55-yard pick six. That ended up going for a touchdown. USC ends up winning 38-21. That one was on a miscommunication with Treshke Kahuna. It just didn't seem like those two were on the same page in this game. But ultimately, when you look at this one, offensively is where most of the issues stemmed, right? The Badgers, they had a lot going for them in the first half, but couldn't close this one out when they had the opportunities to do so, that 4th-and-1 being a clear denominator. Elsewhere, they really couldn't move the ball. USC was able to get pressure, was able to capitalize, when they had the opportunities defensively, and shut down Wisconsin's offense. Defensively, it felt like Wisconsin was in good position for a lot of the game, but USC's players just made plays. Winning those one-on-one matchups, they made plays, and that's how they got drives continuing to be sustained on third downs. That ultimately led to a lot of their scoring drives. USC dominates. They outscore Wisconsin 28-0 in that second half, and they end up winning here. They're going to 3-1, the number 13 team already in the conference. They get their first Big Ten win. All the Badgers slide to 2-2 in a game that it felt like it was in reach, but ultimately fell out of hand. Wisconsin, the big picture right now, you're looking at the bowl eligibility. This one would have been a big one to help the Badgers probably reach that stage. There's probably only 3 games on the schedule right now that they're currently favored to win. Now, the potential is there, as Wisconsin kind of showed in this game. But there's a lot of questions to be had. So stay tuned on Buckets with the Quarter. We got you coverage right after this.